Alright guys, before we get into how to make this cake, let's first talk about the ingredients and tools that you will need to make this cake. You will need 1 carton of strawberries, your option of chocolate chips, I prefer Nestle Toll House. You will need a spoon, a whisk or egg beater, and measuring cups. You have the option of using an electric mixer if you choose to. I'm going old school with this one. Vegetable oil, I prefer olive oil, but that's all I had. French vanilla cake mix, water, and non-stick cooking spray. 1 medium-sized mixing bowl. 1 9x13 aluminum or glass pan. You will need 3 to 6 eggs, just in case you break one. A kitchen strainer, a kitchen knife, and just in case, a pair of scissors. First step, let's wash our hands. Next, we are going to grab our strainer and we're going to wash our strawberries. We want to really thoroughly wash our strawberries. We run it under cold or warm water. Some people let their strawberries sit in a bowl with a peroxide and water mix, or some use salt. I didn't do that this time. Make sure you really shake all the water off of your strawberries once you're done and place them to the side for the next step. Now it's time to chop up our strawberries. You can slice them any way that you would like. I mainly slice mine into small cubes or squares. Sometimes I might cut mine into 4 or 5 slices. It just really depends on how I'm feeling that day. You don't have to slice up the entire carton of strawberries. You can do half, or you can use the entire carton. It's really up to how many strawberries you will want inside of your cake. It's your choice. Let's use that carton one last time to dispose of any trash, and then we're just going to slide our strawberry to the side until a little later. Before mixing our ingredients, let's preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Alrighty, let's get our medium mixing bowl, our water, our chocolate chips, our cake mix, oil, and our eggs to make our cake batter. Pour your cake mix into your medium mixing bowl and also add your 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Next, we are going to measure 1 cup of water. Once you are done measuring your water, add it to your cake mix. Now add your 3 eggs. Be sure to mix them well within the mix. If you break one, it's okay. We prepared for that. Using the whisk or the egg beater, begin to mix all of your ingredients together inside of the medium mixing bowl. Be sure to continue to mix for at least 5 minutes to get as much of the air out of the cake mix. That way it'll be smooth, and when the cake rises in the oven, it will be nice and fluffy, almost like a sponge cake, if you ever had one. I think I have. Who knows? Cake is cake. Now let's add half of the chocolate chip bags to the cake mix. Begin to mix the chocolate chips within the batter. We will use the leftover chocolate chips a little later. Use the non-sticking cooking spray to spray down your pan that you're going to be placing your cake batter in. Begin to evenly spread that within your cake batter and prepare that for the oven. Now we're going to place our cake inside of the preheated oven and set our timer for 40 minutes. We're going to come back in 10 minutes to add in our other ingredients that you may thought that I forgot about, but I didn't. Once 10 minutes has passed, check your cake to make sure that the edges have begun to form. Once the edges of your cake has begun to form, slowly pull out the cake and begin to cover the cake with strawberries. Add your strawberries and drop them on top of the cake. Add as many strawberries as you like, whether heavy or light. Again, it's your cake, your rules. Do what you want to do. Be sure to press the strawberries into the batter so it does not stick out on top. We want it to be throughout the entire cake, not just sitting on top of the cake. The reason that we don't add the strawberries at the beginning of the baking is to prevent the strawberries from falling to the bottom of the cake. Now it's time to add your leftover chocolate chips. Spread them on top of your cake. You don't have to press those in because they're going to be like our chocolate chip ganache. Once you have got done decorating your cake with your strawberries and your chocolate chips, slowly push it back into the oven to bake for another 30 minutes. Once 30 minutes has passed, take out your cake to check to see if it's done. You take a knife, a fork, or a toothpick and press it into the middle of the cake. If the utensil comes out dry, it's done. If the batter comes out wet, let it bake another 5 to 7 minutes. After your cake has finished baking, let's take it out to let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Once the cake has cooled down, you will cut your cake into whatever size slices that you desire. Now for the final and fun step, decorating your cake. You don't have to decorate your cake. The cake is just fine the way it is. But if you wanted to add a cherry on top, you can add Cool Whip or ice cream. You can add extra fruit like raspberry or any leftover strawberries you may have from the recipe. Usually when people hear the type of cake I'm going to make, they question it. But once they have the cake, they change their mind and they want it all the time. All of my students are definitely on my case about this cake. I hope that you will have the same reaction when you make this recipe for your family and friends. I would like to thank my husband, Calvin Robinson, for filming this with me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day.